should be close to the coordinates.
Yeah, looks like it. I'll take a look around then.
What's up, you guys? This is One Classic Gamer here. Welcome me to Resident Evil 9 Requiem Insanity Difficulty Part 7. In this video, we're going to be taking one big nostalgia trip, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, we are finally back at the RPD station once again, which is honestly probably one of my favorite parts in the game. I don't know why. This next, hour, this stretch of the game, I think is just so freaking good, man. I mean, normally, the build-up to the finale with most games and stories is kind of lame, or it can be kind of slow or feel like filler. But this game's build-up to the finale is just so freaking epic, man, that I can't help but praise it every single chance that I get. So there's really nothing for us to grab here, so we're just going to head straight for the building. Interesting fact, by the way, that I read online: this bar that Leon undoes here to open this gate up is the same bar that he used to shut the gate in RE2. So, yeah, once you're ready, just head inside and let the nostalgia begin.
It's on you now.
Sherryman RPD.
It's been a while since you've been back there.
Yeah. Looks like the BSAA set up HQ here.
Abandoned?
Not sure. Fucking guy. And Grace. Shit, she's in danger. Sherry found Grace.
At RPD?
Yeah, exactly. Someone's been expecting us. Got a lock on her location. Headed there now.
Copy that.
And we made it, ladies and gentlemen. We are here. If only Marvin was here. I'm pretty sure he's around here somewhere, actually, but yeah. I wonder how all these crates got here. It looks like BSAA set up shop here. So it turns out there was a lot of documents and secrets that I missed out on here my first time around. There's a whole hallway that you can run down in order to get into the STARS office, and for some reason I didn't think to do that when I was first playing through this this part of the game. And yeah, there's a little cut right there, not because I failed, but because I kind of messed up one of these Easter eggs here. There are so many Easter eggs in this part of the game, it's crazy, man. So if you come over here, there's some handgun ammo there. There is a zombie that we're going to have to deal with, but he's super easy. He only takes a couple shots to kill, basically. But yeah, if you go into the STARS office, there is there's several things that we can find in there. This was the one part of the game where I was like missing the most amount of documents, next to the Rhodes Hill Chronic Care Center. With ARC, I wasn't really missing that much apart from like one document. So yeah, if you go through this doorway here, you can come down this hallway. And like I said earlier, this will take us to the STARS office. I did not come here in my previous run because for some reason I think I meant to explore this area, but I just completely forgot. Like once I picked up the jack, like the car jack, at that point I just continued on to the main area basically. So if you shoot down this note, you'll get this clue. It takes a couple seconds for it to fall down. You can also look at the picture behind the desk, but that doesn't really count as a file. Once you look at that, the next document is going to be here in the library. So immediately head towards the library, go up these stairs, and there's going to be a book now that we can pick up off the bookshelf. And this is going to be a clue that's going to help us get into this like little briefcase that has another charm in it, basically. So over here we got, I forgot what her name was, Rebecca. I feel like an idiot, bro, because like I have not played Resident Evil 0 before, and apparently she's from Resident Evil 0 and also from Resident Evil 1. And I mean, I shouldn't feel like an idiot, but I mean, I saw like there was this one little Instagram post that I saw one time that was basically like, your birthday month is, you know, your Resident Evil like wife, which is kind of ridiculous. And I got Rebecca, which was, you know, kind of weird because I didn't know who Rebecca was. And I commented, I was like, I have no idea who Rebecca was. And I just had so many fucking people commenting LARP, 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 LARP. Like, okay, I'm like, okay. Like, they think I'm pretending to not know who she is. I'm like, I literally have no idea who she is. I've never fucking played Resident Evil 1 or Resident Evil 0, so fuck you guys. So here we got another note. The internet is really toxic, and I would recommend not spending too much time on it because the people on there can just be really mean for no reason. There are 3 clues that we're going to gather here. The second one's right there. There's Jill's little STARS hat, which is kind of funny. And in this locker is the 3rd clue. And once you gather all of these clues, you can then head downstairs, and there is this key that we're going to be able to grab now, which is going to lead into this locker that I wasn't able to get into my first time around. So this is a whole other, like, I mean, I wouldn't really, it is kind of like an Easter egg a little bit. There's going to be another zombie that's going to be trying to get a soda from the vending machine, so just put him out of his misery. And once you do that, we're going to head left. There is another document right in front of us on that chalkboard that you can look at. That's another one that I missed out on my first time, but I skipped out on it this time just to pick that up, the locker key. So I will be showing that document in my my third, you know, my trophy video, basically. Here we got the STARS emblem charm and the these tickets, which these don't actually count as a document, but yeah, those are all of the little missing documents that I failed to get my first time around. There's another one that we're not going to be able to get right away. We're going to be able to get it after our first encounter with Mr. X. So now we can just head back on to the main path and go do what we're actually supposed to do, which is basically pick up the car jack and head to the room where, you know, Wesker and Grace is. So this is all pretty straightforward. But if you don't remember, just run into the library, come down here, and the mechanic jack is right there. Then we're going to go up the stairs, jump over the bookshelf. This you don't need to do, by the way, but I recommend doing it, especially on Insanity. There is shotgun ammo down here, so I would definitely recommend grabbing this. And now that we have that, we can proceed to where we're actually supposed to go, because there's really nothing else for us to look at or do here. So we're going to use the mechanic jack over here to get this door open. It's really crazy that there's still like all of like the blood stains here and whatnot from when we first came here. This is like the first really scary area of RE2, by the way. So I think it's cool that they make you come this way again in this game. But yeah, just keep heading down this this hallway, and there's really nothing for us to pick up here, and this is gonna lead us into the orphanage section. So I will be back very shortly.
Covert military units from every country on Earth come to Raccoon City for one purpose. To find Elpis.
What is Elpis?
The power to upset the military balance of the world. The last virus, created by Spencer. Designed to control human consciousness.
Mind control?
They couldn't let it be stolen. So they launched the missile strike to hide it.
To hide a virus. Why do something so extreme?
Extreme? Is it? When the president tried to investigate, they had him assassinated. And you are the key to retrieving Elpis.
Emily.
In a way. But not the girl you met. So many attempts. So many failures. Such a waste.
What do you mean?
Copies. Crafted to duplicate you. All useless. All scrapped. They each have their own sad story.
Oh my God, we need to do something. I called security, but nobody answered. They are out of control.
Doctor, we can't contain them.
Sedate them now! Are you kidding me? Get out of my way!
Hey, are you awake? What? Where did everybody go?
Stay away. Stay away! Get back! Don't come any closer! No, get back! Get back!
Hey! What are you doing?
So as soon as you have control, run back into the room that we started in, and Chloe's gonna shut the door, all obvious like, which, you know, I wouldn't be that obvious. I'd try to be a little bit more quiet, but on the other hand, where else can she really go? And hide underneath the bed, and this is pretty much just a waiting game. A lot of people don't like this part of the game because you spend a lot of time just hiding. When in reality, this right here is like the one section where you spend like the most time hiding. I would say you hide here for like maybe a minute to like a minute and 20 seconds. Some people online have said you have to wait upwards of like a minute to like 2 minutes each time. Like, you don't have to wait that fucking long, you know? Like, I don't know why people complain about that, to be completely honest. You know, it's like, yeah, the waiting sucks, but the waiting's nowhere near as long as you think it is, honestly. I mean, I think what it is people just ended up getting too scared and waited longer than they had to, and they ended up blaming it on the game, which is kind of ridiculous. I do like this part. I think on repeat playthroughs, I do agree that this part of the game is kind of tedious, but, you know, it's been literally a minute. I'm looking at the time code right now. It's been a minute. You don't have to wait here that long. As soon as the X prompt pops up for you to crawl out, then you can crawl out. And I was kind of creeping through this section, not running most of the time, just because I didn't want to fail. I didn't know if the little girls were going to behave any differently on Insanity, but they really don't. They behave the exact same way as they do on any other run. And yeah, poor Chloe. You gotta feel bad for her, man. She didn't ask for this. Then again, she was never really born to begin with. She's a freaking clone, you know, which is kind of crazy. I want to know how those little girls mutated and turned into those, like, weird fucking things. Like, how did that happen? You know? Like, I don't know. It's just a lot of questions and very little answers. I do think this section is, you know, more fun than... Actually, I don't know if I should say that, because the section in RE2 Remake where you have to play as Sherry and hide around in the orphanage is a lot of fun too, but I don't really know which one I like better, to be completely honest. I mean, one of them has like that whole section where Mr. X starts like running after you, I think, or no, you're actually playing as, I think, as Claire when that happens. I don't remember. It's been 2 years now since I've played that game, and I really need to replay RE2 Remake because that game is so freaking good. I feel like I would have a lot of fun replaying that game. I mean, I told myself back when RE2 Remake, when I was playing RE2 Remake, RE3 Remake, and RE4 Remake that, and, you know, Resident Evil 8 Village, that when this new game, RE9, was almost out, that I would possibly return to those games and clear out all of the challenges that I never did, but I never actually did that, sadly. So again, here during this part, you just have to press the X button as soon as the prompt goes up. These girls are not going to see you because they're on kind of like a scripted path. They're actually kind of dumb, to be completely honest, except for these girls right here up at this part, where you gotta like bait them into like lunging at you. The only way you can do this is by running all the way down the hallway to the left and just waiting here for them to turn around. As soon as they turn around, basically just run. Just run, as you know, run, and don't stop. Like, she's literally lunging at me right now, but she does stop. And I don't even think you really like need to go and hide here either. You just need to like run here into the other room, and wait a couple seconds for them to open up that door, and then you can proceed down that hallway and, you know, move on to the next section. But yeah, I mean, I really do think this part of the game is super effective. I like this part of the game quite a bit, to be completely honest. Now that I think about it, I think you were playing as Claire when you came back here to the orphanage in RE2 to like rescue Sherry, and there was like that whole section where you come through here as Claire. You may fight a zombie or two, I can't really recall. And then when you get into like this part, I mean, this room looks completely different in RE2. I mean, but then again, this is 1990, so this is like, I don't know how many years. When did RE2 take place? I think it took place in 2003, I believe. Oh no, 1997. I don't know where I got the year 2003 from. you know, you come through this area and it looks completely different, you know, in RE2, like the weird fucking warden guy is like doing this like fucked up like surgery on this corpse and everything. And when you're playing as Ashley, there's straight up like a part where you have to like run through here and run away from like Mr. X, and it's like actually a really intense part. But man, I need to fucking replay that game. So here, as soon as you grab the key, run forward until the girl falls down, and then go and hide around the corner. And yeah, again, you're just going to wait this out. So we're at 20 minutes and 44 seconds. We'll see how long you actually wait for here. I think a lot of people are just like very low attention span and complain about the fact that you have to sit in one single spot for X amount of time, and they make it like way bigger of a deal than it actually is because, you know, they want to just like run through the game. And I get it for like the sake of like speedrunners and whatnot, but you know, it still doesn't change the fact, again, I'm going to stick to my guns, that this part of the game is super effective on your first run in particular. So yeah, we're almost at the minute mark here, and I'm pretty sure once we reach the minute mark, that's when they're gonna like turn around. Watch. Nope, 50 seconds. Now they're walking away. As soon as they get around the corner here, you can basically move out from cover. But again, like I said, I was a little scared that these girls were going to be a little bit more intelligent on this difficulty, but they're still pretty dumb and stupid. You know, I mean, they're not the dumbest, like, most retarded, like, AI that I've dealt with in a game before. That award would probably either have to go to, like, Indiana Jones and The Great Circle, or, you know, there's another game that I'm thinking of that's kind of slipping my mind right now. But yeah, now we're jumping down here, and I always wondered why so she jumps down. It's like, why don't, I guess the ladder doesn't extend all the way to the ground, but that doesn't make any sense. Why would you have the ladder like that? Like, what? Did the ladder break? I'm asking too many questions. I'm not asking the right questions, honestly. I'm just trying to, as usual, fill up the time and the space here in this, you know, filler part of the game, because after this is done, we're going to be moving on to Mr. X, and that's going to be a lot more exciting than this. But I do like this part, despite the fact that I will agree that it is, you know, a little bit of a drag on subsequent runs. I do like this part a lot and think this part is very cool and original, you know. Except it's the same thing as Grace. When you're playing this in third person, you really look at how slow Chloe runs, and you're like, why are you running that fucking slowly? Like, all of my nieces and nephews would not run that slow if this was real life. But then again, it's a video game, and they want you to feel powerless during all of these scary scenes. So there's the toe tag ID here in one of these coffins. So if you haven't grabbed that yet, it's behind us, or right there to the right. One of the coffins. There will be like a little X prompt for you to like open it up, basically. But here we're just pulling this out and climbing up and grabbing the fire poker to basically extend the ladder. And after this, I'm not going to talk for the rest of this. You are going to get into a little encounter where you're going to have to run by the girls, but you know, it's a scripted encounter, and every single time you can get by the girl without getting grabbed and without losing. You just can't run straight into her. Chloe is just going to kind of like slap her hand away, and then at that point you can run to the ladder and be done with the rest of this. And the rest of this is literally just as simple as running forward. It's not that hard at all. So I'm not going to talk until we get back to Leon again, and I'm just going to let you guys enjoy this. So grab the fire poker, open up that latch, and get ready for one last little sprint here.
Are those babies?
Chloe?
Is that how I...
I've got her! Get over here, now! She's showing symptoms, too. We need to get rid of her.
They weren't able to recreate Spencer's key. But now we have the original. We have you. You can unlock Elpis at Ark. That's where we'll go.
So... what, I was made?
Correct.
So it really was all my fault.
What was?
That mom was murdered and... oh God, when she turned into that thing.
What's done is done. You need to focus on the future.
Was she even really my mother?
It's time to embrace your destiny. Grace!
What the?
Mr. Kennedy, I had a feeling you'd make an appearance. Sorry, but I don't have time to spare. Have fun.
I remember you.
I remember that, too.
Sherry. Wasn't there an orphanage around here?
Yes, there was. Why?
I'm gonna do some digging.
And ladies and gentlemen, Mr. X is finally here. So this part is super easy, by the way. It's all like very scripted. Run down here until he comes like busting through the wall, and then run back behind you. When you run around this way, he's gonna bust through the wall again. And all you have to do here is wait a couple seconds until he starts following us, and then we can safely get here and, you know, jump up the stairs and be okay. You know, this part of the game is very nerve-wracking the first time around because you think, like, oh shit, it's actual, like, boss battle time. But no, this is just, like, the one part where you have to, like, run from him. So here he's gonna grab the helicopter blade and try to, like, murder us with it. But, you know, all you really have to do here is head down this hallway and wait at the end of this hallway for him to come, like, busting through. And, again, wait a couple seconds for him to follow you. Another thing you can do here is come to the corner of this room and then he'll come busting through the wall. Either way, you just lure him around this, like, rubble here and run by him and then go down the hallway again and, that's the end of our first little encounter with Mr. X. Next time is going to be the actual boss against him.
Everything all right, Leon?
Yeah. I'm good.
So, why'd you ask about the orphanage?
They're taking Grace Dark. The orphanage is the entrance.
And shit is getting real. So, the one document that I'm missing out on is right here, by the way. This is the guide pamphlet, and I'm gonna skip through this because I didn't keep my live commentary for these videos, only for my, fail montage, as you guys know. And, yeah, we've got all the documents except the ones in ARC, which 2 of them are just going to be the safe combos for insanity difficulty, and the other one is going to be, one that we actually, legitimately missed out on. So, unlike my last video where I was here at this part of the game, this time around we're going to go straight down into the parking garage to loot all of the ammo and resources down there. They do throw a BSAA zombie soldier guy down here that will shoot at you, so you got to be careful and make sure that you don't catch any of those stray bullets, because it's really annoying and not fun. Just run forward a little bit. If you shoot one of the bodies, at that point they'll all start to come after you. So I was thinking for a sec, oh, there's no enemies, and then I realized, oh, there's a body right there. And then as soon as I shot that guy, they all got up and became alerted at once. And, yeah, I wouldn't waste any of your Requiem or shotgun ammo here. I mean, you could use a little bit of it, but you really want to save it for the fight against Mr. X, because we're going to be going through a lot of our ammo fighting Mr. X. I mean, he's a lot more bullet spongy on this difficulty, like everything else in this game is on this difficulty, but that's to be expected. If you've made it this far and you were legitimately thinking the fight against Mr. X was going to be easy, well, I don't really know what your thought process is there. So you can hide behind this car to avoid getting shot by this guy. I would wait until he fires first and then shoot him in the head. It's kind of hard because these guys move around so freaking much. It's really irritating. But there's only 3 guys down here. So once you take out, that guy and the other guy we just killed, this is the last guy that we have to take out. So if you start shooting at him from a distance here, it'll give you pretty much just enough time to clear him out. I don't really know still how many shots these zombies take to the head to actually put down. It's ridiculous sometimes, but it just is the way it is. I like it, personally. I really like the challenge of it all, so there we go. He's done. Sometimes the way they fall is also super hilarious, too. So there are some crates to the left that we can smash to get some ammo. There's a crate right here, and on the other corner of the room, there are more crates behind this, truck. Looks like a delivery truck or some shit. Some shotgun shells, med injector, nice. And inside the shipping container, I believe, is rifle ammo. And there's also a tracking module here. There's also a charm here that you can pick up. But I ended up grabbing that on my first run of the game. So, yeah. Now we're going to head to Kendo's shop, and Leon's going to reminisce some more. Not in a good way, obviously, because this part of the game really brings up a lot of bad memories for him. It's kind of fun to run through this part without having to be chased by Mr. X, because you can actually look around and stuff, and it's cool, I think it's really, really cool. The attention to detail on this game is something that I'm like never going to get tired of. But yeah.
Terminate. It's my fucking daughter. You're a cop. You're supposed to know something. How did this happen? Those fucking things outside. What they did to us.
I'm so sorry. Never again.
Poor Leon. I mean, you look at him and it's just like, you can tell, bro, that this shit never left him. After all the craziness that he's been through in, you know, RE2 and RE4, Leon still can't let go of everything that happened here. I like it, personally. I like that they make Leon a little bit more, like, vulnerable in this game, you know? You have so many, like, people in the fucking conservative, anti-woke crowd that complain about whenever they make, you know, their quote-unquote alpha male Chad characters vulnerable. They think that the game is like woke, but personally I really like it when you make the characters vulnerable, you know, and it makes sense for Leon to be vulnerable here, you know, because like I said, this is like bringing up a bunch of like old wounds basically, you know. I mean, RE2, imagine that being your first day on the job and you have to go through all of that craziness. So here I'm going to be upgrading some stuff. I'm going to work on upgrading the hatchet some more. And we're pretty much about to head straight into the fight against Mr. X. So get ready because this fight is really crazy. But a lot of fun, honestly. It might be one of my favorite like bosses in the game. So drop a save and run ahead to trigger the fight, basically.
Fuck me. I couldn't save them. But I can stop bastards like you.
Man, he looks pissed. I'd be pissed, but then again, you throw a fucking torpedo, it's not a torpedo, like a freaking missile at Leon, and what do you expect? Him to just like forget about it and move on? Like, no. This is freaking Leon S. Kennedy here. So we're going to start off with the shotgun, and thankfully it's not really that bad parrying this guy. It's still like super easy. I guess when it comes to like the difficulty and whatnot, the one complaint that I have, whenever he does this, by the way, take out the machine gun and just unload on him. Don't miss, and you'll be able to knock him down. The one complaint that I have about Insanity, which I shouldn't complain about this because it makes the game easier, but You know, that's just the thing. Like, on Professional and RE4, if you wanted to, like, master parries, you had to time it just right. But I really feel like in this game on Insanity, like, a lot of the enemies are not that hard to parry. I mean, especially the bosses, you know, they give you plenty of times, you know, or, you know, plenty of time to, like, press the button and react, you know, quick enough, you know, or on time, basically, to parry the attack. But, yeah, that's another complaint that I've seen about the grifters, the online anti-woke crowd. I'm talking about them a lot in this video. They complain about the fact that any game with, like, parrying is, you know, a weak mechanic. But really, it's just a skill issue, man. At the end of the day, they suck, and they don't want to admit that they suck. You know, it's like, you gotta get good when you're playing these games. I know that may seem like a very toxic mindset and mentality, but the whole get good mentality is honestly, in my opinion, never been truer when it comes to, like, the Resident Evil games. You know, like, these games really are just all about skill and practice at the end of the day. You have to die plenty of times over and over to get good at these games. But here, as you guys can see, I'm using the shotgun, like I said, and I'm just trying to keep a distance from him. When he does, like, the triple attack, you can still parry that, but I wouldn't recommend it, just because, you know, it'll pretty much break your entire fucking hatchet, and you'll have to spend time repairing it. And I think he's going to throw us up into the air here. Nope, not yet. Once you do enough damage to him, he will start to, like, he will do that animation where he will, like, throw you up into the air. And I don't know what happened there, but for some reason he, you know, got me. But like I said, every time he jumps up on the car, pull the submachine gun out and just unload on him, and do not miss whatever you do. Now he's going to try throwing a car at us. Whenever he does this, I usually just stand behind another vehicle, and that will protect you. It's really BS, because during a lot of this, like, fight, like, he will straight up just throw, like, a car up into the air, and you'll get hit so many times. Even when you feel like you're out of the way, sometimes you just get hit because it's, like, bad RNG, you know. I really, that's, like, the one thing about this fight that's kind of annoying. But I've even seen online that when he does that, when he throws cars at you, you can parry the cars, too. Yeah, Leon is so overpowered that he can fucking parry the cars, which is just kind of funny, man. I don't know why. That shit is just hilarious to me. So he's about to go down pretty soon here. Yeah, so as soon as he goes down, if you feel like you are brave enough, go up and unload a couple shots into him and then hit him with the hatchet, because you do have a couple seconds to, you know, unload on his weak point before he, like, stands up, you know, and gets out of the animation. So we're more than halfway through the fight now, and I've pretty much gone through all of my... See, like that right there, that was BS. It was like the car was behind me, but still somehow I got hit by it. We're out of shotgun ammo, so I'm using the sniper now. There is a point here where I do get, like, stuck in a corner. And this was BS too, because I pressed the button and parried, but it didn't parry for some reason. I feel like the reason why it didn't parry there was because that freaking car was there, and it wouldn't have been able to, like, do that whole animation, you know. So now he's jumping up on the car again. Just take the submachine gun out and just keep repeating the same pattern and try to keep your distance from him. That right there was my fault because I was kind of standing in the way there. But yeah, I mean, this really is not that bad once you get the hang of it and, like, you know, his patterns and everything. Here, I think I'm about to get stuck actually right now, but no, not yet. Not quite yet. But it looks like we have about a minute and a half left until he is dead. So just, like I said, keep your distance. Here I ended up getting stuck. But thankfully I was able to get out of that. So you do have to have, I guess you do have to have the the sniper down just a little bit so that you can have a second or two to like get him basically with a parry, you know, or parry his attack. So that does make sense now that I think about it. But yeah, he's almost done. We're gonna have to take the pistol out now because we've gone through all of our shotgun and rifle ammo, and I got hit by the car again. I don't know how you survived that, man. How do you survive that? That shit would just be like fatal. So yeah, if you're down to the pistol, then it is kind of scary at that point. But like I said, he's almost dead now. And we got a little glitch here with the debris floating in the air. So just do the melee animation on him. Excuse me. Do the melee animation on him when you are open for it, and shoot him a few more times, and that should be enough to put him down for good. And that's Leon S. Kennedy 1, Mr. X 0. I'm glad that they gave us the chance to like actually get some payback on that motherfucker, dude. I mean, he was like the bane of our existence in RE2, and yeah, I think there was also like a trophy in RE2 here, like in the playground, where you could like kick this like this soccer ball somewhere into like a goal or whatever. I don't know why. This whole video has got me feeling nostalgic as well. You know, I'm in line with Leon right now. I feel exactly the same way as he does. I mean, yeah. I mean, this really just makes me want to replay RE2, bro, like so badly. And here we are. We made it to the orphanage. I don't know if you actually come here as Leon. I think you only come here as Claire in RE2, but regardless, there's nothing for us to grab out here, so just run inside. There's nothing for us to get in here either, so we're going to jump down, and now we're going to get into the whole section with the freaking plant enemies. But before that, we got to go through, like, the subway first. There's nothing for us to grab here, which I don't know why this is here, other than to, you know, give us a whole other room to, like, look at. And there is this door that we gotta like open up. It's crazy. Like the first time I played this, I could have sworn there was an enemy down here, but no, they don't throw any enemies down here at you. So open this door up, and yeah, like I said, we're getting closer and closer to fighting the plant enemies. These next to the blister heads are probably my least favorite enemies in the game. I can't figure these guys out for the life of me. They attack you and lunge at you so fucking quick. Even on like standard difficulty, it straight up is just, it's not fair, like how quickly they come at you. So be careful here, because on Insanity they do throw little spiders at you here, which is only an Insanity thing. It's kind of sad, even though their mama is gone. They're still alive, you know? But what's funny is, like, these spiders actually drop ammo, which doesn't make sense. You'd think that, you know, like, why would they be, like, swallowing ammo? I mean, that's kind of weird. So there's spiders there. When you come down the stairs, there are going to be more spiders that come at you. But these are, like, honestly, some of the, like, least threatening enemies in the game. They remind me of, like, those guys in like the Dead Space games, like the little like babies that like explode, you know, which those actually posed a threat, obviously, but these guys don't, because, you know, as long as you keep your distance, then you're chilling. And like I said, they drop plenty of ammo for you, so, you know, that is one big plus with them throwing spider guys at you here. I feel like the game is doing it to basically get you ready for this upcoming boss fight against the plant 4-3, or I think that's what it's called. I hate this fucking plant boss. I really, really hate it, man. There is a plant that we're gonna have to deal with here, and this plant is also really freaking annoying. And then We're going to have our whole, you know, Uncharted 2 section where the freaking train is going to collapse and whatnot. So like I said, if you're quick enough, you can actually parry these guys. But parrying them is not easy because, like I said, they lunge at you so freaking fast. But I found that the shotgun is usually the quickest way to dispatch of these guys. But however you want to do it, it's up to you. I don't really have much advice for you guys here. So just kill this guy and it's going to trigger a whole cinematic moment, the Uncharted 2 moment. So, yeah. Man, Leon is such a G, dude. Honestly, that part where he's like looking out the window, like thinking about jumping down, kind of trips me out for some reason. Because, like, you'd think, like, okay, you're on a train that is literally like falling over and you see a surface that you can land on. How do you know that is like a flat surface? How do you not know that that surface is like at an angle? Like, knowing me and my dumb ass, I'd be like, oh, there's a spot I can land there. And then I would jump out of the train onto that spot. And then I would just start like sliding down or something. Like, oh shit, I thought this was like a flat surface, but whatever. You know, I'm not freaking cinema sins or gaming sins. I don't know why I'm pointing out all these dumb little critiques that no one else is thinking about. It's because I have nothing else to say. Like, if you guys have made it this far and you like legitimately think that, you know, I still have like plenty of original things to say about this game without going off topic or talking about something stupid, like, I don't know what you're thinking, man. Sometimes I straight up just do not know what to say, and I just have to think it's something dumb to say. So now we're going to rappel down this, and good thing Leon has gloves, because if he didn't, then, you know, that shit would literally cut his fucking hands, which would not be fun. But, yeah, I really, really hate this frickin' part. Like, this is seriously, like, my least favorite part of the game, dude. I swear. I really, really hate this part. It's just, I don't know why they programmed these things to be so annoying, dude. Like, I get it's, like, the end of the game, pretty much, and they want to, like, start throwing the tough guys at you, but it's just like, bro, like, what the fuck, you know? I mean, you guys are going to see right away, right here, as soon as I come through, like, this, like, pipe, as soon as I come out of this pipe, this plant is going to pop out and give me, like, no time to respond. So it pops out, I aim, and boom, I'm already, it already got me. I did have a couple seconds there to react, I guess, but, you know, whatever. It just is what it is. Thankfully, this is the only part of the game where you have to deal with these guys. Sometimes you can actually see their, you know, their, like, vines ahead of time, and if you, like, shoot the vine, then you can, like, trigger them to, like, get up, but they won't open up their mouths until you are, like right near them, basically. Like, basically right up in their face. So, there is an item box here that we can look at. And I think I'm going to upgrade a few things, I believe. 20 kills. That's crazy. Actually, no, we're just going to buy stuff. So we're going to buy some green herbs, some handgun ammo, shotgun shells. Might as well just completely stock up on everything while you can, you know. So just take your time going through this part. Don't rush this, you know, because like I said, these enemies are very punishing and unforgiving. They do also throw a couple of BSAA soldiers down here, too, that are going to be, like, shooting at you annoyingly. But as long as you take your time, then you should be fine. I did not mean to rhyme there. So, this is an example here. Like, look at this shit. Like, I don't think it's going to happen yet. I jump down. These guys get up. Which, you know, Also, if you just keep your distance from some of these guys, you should be fine, actually. It's the guys up ahead that are going to get me. Like, look at that. Look at that bullshit right there, dude. Like, how, man? You know? Like I said, the shotgun is, like, the best weapon to use here when you're dealing with these freaking things. And if you're very, very close, then you can pretty much take them out, like, right away with, it, like, one single shot. You have to aim so fucking quickly and do not hesitate. Like, literally do not fucking hesitate at all while you're doing this shit. So, yeah, we're getting closer and closer to fighting the Plant 4-3 boss. We're going to shoot this guy in the vine and do it for the vine. Just kidding. Do any of you remember that crazy trend? The whole do it for the vine trend. That shit was so fucking cringe, dude. I swear. So, that's the only guy that you have to deal with when you're coming up here for this, like, resource crate. I would obviously recommend coming up here and grabbing this stuff because there is rifle ammo, med injector, and more Requiem ammo there as well. The Requiem is going to be used to finish off the Plant 4-3 boss. I don't even know how that name... where that name came from. Like, how did people get that name? Is it in one of, like, the logs or something? I don't know. So here, I stupidly jumped down, and like I said, this frickin' plant gave me no time to react. As soon as I jumped down, it lunged at me. So this is what I'm talking about. They don't give you... They move around so dang much, and they don't give you any time at all to react to those attacks. It's straight up just like BS here. So, thankfully that's the last guy that will get the jump on us. You can craft a mix of green herbs there. And also we got our body armor repaired, so Leon was able to take, a majority of that and still be fine. How did that cop car fall down here? That's crazy. So when you come around the corner here, there's going to be a BSAA zombie soldier, so just take cover here and don't miss whatever you do. The cursor is like acting up again, annoyingly. But we're going to use the sniper to actually take this guy out, and or you can use the shotgun. Either or works. Just whatever you do, don't miss. And he's dead. I don't know why I felt the need to drag that out unnecessarily. So we're getting closer and closer to that boss. That boss is going to be the last thing that we do. And I'm going to end this video with us going into the... what's it called? The ARC facility. And the entire next video, however long it's going to be, is going to be pretty much the rest of the game. So get ready, because literally the finale for this is going to be an epic, long-ass finale. Probably longer than the original finale, but we're just going to have to wait and see, because I haven't worked on that video yet. So the game does save here. And a little cut and transition there, because I did fail this boss plenty of times, annoyingly. There are 2 plants that are going to jump out here, but these guys are a lot more telegraphed and easy to predict. So, yeah, there's that. This guy you can get with the shotgun coming up. As soon as he opens up, make sure you're close enough, and 2 or 1 shots usually does the trick. And I believe there are going to be 2 more that jump out here. So get ready for, the fight against Plant 4-3. And be careful, too, because they can also slam down on you here. But if you use the hatchet, you can also parry them if you're quick enough. And, yeah, as soon as you take this guy out and jump down, that's going to basically trigger the fight. So... this fight may seem tricky on Insanity, but really all it is just moving back and forth from like left to right, and avoiding the tentacles. This is very much like, again, this is the second time I'm referencing Dead Space in this video, but this is like the final boss in the original Dead Space, where all you really got to do is move back and forth. And you guys can hear my dog and his leash rattling. I apologize. Be quiet, Max. God. But yeah, just move back and forth here and aim, you know, for the main plant 4-3, and pretty soon it'll be, you know, you'll be done with this boss before you know it. This is like actually the shortest boss in the game, by the way. It doesn't take like any time whatsoever to kill this thing. So just keep shooting at it, and we're going to use the Requiem now, and the Requiem is basically going to finish him off for us. And as soon as those barrels fall out, just aim and shoot for the barrels, and that will pretty much be the end of the fight. So just aim with your pistol, shoot the barrels, and he's done. Alright, and that is officially going to be the end of this video, so I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, please comment, like, subscribe, share with your friends, and next time on Resident Evil 9 Requiem Insanity Difficulty, we are going to be finishing the rest of the game. So I'll see you guys then. Peace!
Sherry, I found some kind of massive facility.
What do you think it is?
I'm seeing supplies with the logos of the usual suspects.
Well, whatever it is, clearly wasn't meant to be found.
Yeah, you're telling me.